Her voice fell to a whisper when she realized what humans truly were. The stars stretched endlessly across the sky, silver and cold. Captain Leora Dane stood at the edge of the observation deck, her eyes fixed on the distant blue planet below. It was beautiful, peaceful, almost innocent from this distance. She had seen thousands of worlds during her decades in the Galactic Exploration Corps, yet this one felt different. It called to something deep inside her, something she couldn't name. "Why here?" she whispered to herself. Her voice carried no weight. No one answered. The rest of her crew, seasoned explorers like herself, were busy preparing the shuttle for landing. But Leora lingered. She felt it before she could explain it, a subtle hum, a vibration that seemed to come from the planet itself. The moment the shuttle touched down, the world seemed to exhale. The air was warm, tinged with the scent of something familiar yet strange, like old paper and rain. Leora stepped off the craft first, her boots sinking slightly into soft, green grass. Everything about this planet screamed life: tall trees with leaves that shimmered silver in the sunlight, rivers that ran clear as glass, and creatures with eyes that seemed far too intelligent for their forms. Her team moved cautiously. Every footstep felt like a trespass into something sacred. "Scan the area," Leora instructed, her voice calm, betraying none of the unease twisting inside her. The scanners beeped almost immediately. Life signatures, hundreds, maybe thousands. But not all of them were animal or plant. Something else was there. Something thinking. "Captain," said Lieutenant Wren, his brow furrowed, "these readings, they're human." Leora turned sharply. "What do you mean, human?" "Exactly that," Wren said. "Genetic markers match humans. But these humans, they're not ours. None of our databases have them." A chill ran down her spine. She glanced around, suddenly aware of the silence, the stillness. "Where are they?" she asked. "Everywhere," Wren whispered, his eyes widening. And then Leora saw it. At first, just a flicker, like a shadow darting between the silver trees. Then another. And another. They watched, hidden but deliberate, their eyes glinting with something beyond curiosity. Leora raised her hand. "Stay calm. We observe first." The hidden figures didn't stay hidden for long. From the tree line emerged humans, or something that looked like humans. They walked with elegance, movements fluid and precise. But their eyes, oh, their eyes. They burned with a strange intensity, a hunger that made Leora's heart race. One stepped forward, a woman, tall and pale, her hair a river of silver. She tilted her head, studying them, and then spoke. "You don't belong here." Her voice was soft, almost melodic. But the tone carried a weight, an authority that made even Wren step back. Leora squared her shoulders. "We come in peace. We are explorers." The silver-haired woman's lips curved slightly. "Explorers?" she echoed. "Curious. Brave. Or foolish. Sometimes, it is hard to tell the difference." Leora felt a shiver crawl up her spine. There was no malice in the woman's tone, only recognition. A deep understanding of what Leora and her crew were. Something beyond mere sight. The woman stepped closer. "Do you know what humans truly are?" Leora blinked. We are intelligent, adaptable, curious. We build, we dream, we." "You destroy," the woman interrupted gently. "You think in layers, in schemes, in politics and wars. You call it progress. You call it survival. But it is only your nature. You take, you consume, you reshape the universe to fit your greed. You do not see life. You see tools. You see obstacles." The words struck Leora harder than any physical blow. She felt the warmth in the air turn cold, as though the planet itself recoiled at the accusation. "Humans?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. You mean us?" The woman nodded. "Your kind. Everywhere you go, this is what you leave behind. Sometimes the destruction is visible. Sometimes it is hidden. But it is always there. Leora's stomach churned. She had always believed in humanity's potential. She had spent her life exploring stars, meeting civilizations, learning, teaching, helping. And yet, in this moment, the silver-haired human reflected back at her a truth she had always avoided, the darker, inescapable side of her species. She wanted to speak, to argue, to defend the billions of humans across countless worlds. But the words stuck in her throat. The woman reached out a hand. Not threatening, but gentle, almost maternal. "Look at them," she said, nodding toward the forest. Leora followed her gaze and saw it clear now. Thousands of human forms, some walking, some hiding, all observing, all waiting. "They adapt," the woman whispered. "They survive. They learn. And yet, they destroy as they survive. They do not understand restraint. They do not understand humility. They cannot, not truly." Leora's voice fell to a whisper. I never realized." The woman's eyes softened. "Most never do, until it is too late. But some, like you, can see. You can choose to be different. Or you can walk the path that your species has always walked." Leora took a step back, her mind racing. Every decision, every mission, every small act of care or cruelty she had witnessed in humanity flashed before her eyes. She had seen courage, love, and brilliance, yes, but also greed, envy, and violence. And it was all connected, inseparable. I don't know if I can change them," Leora whispered. "Even if I wanted to." The silver-haired woman smiled faintly, a mixture of sorrow and understanding. "You cannot change all humans. But you can choose what you become. And sometimes, one choice can ripple farther than 1,000 wrong ones." A sudden hum resonated through the air, vibrating through Leora's chest. The planet itself seemed alive now, responding to her emotions. And in that hum, in that whisper of wind through silver leaves, Leora felt a spark of hope. She would remember this. She would remember the truth. And perhaps, somewhere out there, her voice, her choices, would matter more than she ever imagined. The silver-haired woman turned, walking back into the forest. "Do not fear your kind, Captain. Fear the path you do not see, and the choices you refuse to make." Leora watched her vanish. Her heart ached and soared at the same time. Humans, her species, were dangerous. Terrible, brilliant, unpredictable. And now, for the first time, she truly understood. Her voice fell to a whisper. "What have we done?" The wind carried her words into the trees, into the stars, into the endless unknown. And somewhere, deep within the forest, hundreds of hidden eyes watched, waiting, learning, understanding. The galaxy was vast. Humanity was vast. And the story of what humans truly were, was only beginning.